in this video, we're just going to be doing kind of a little activity. You are welcome to use the transparencies if you happen to have gotten those. If you did not get the transparencies, feel free to just get some sandwich bags. That's all I have here are some quart sandwich bags, folded piece of paper, slide it in, and I have 2 of them. You're also welcome to just take one of them necessarily and cut it, the edges off of it, so basically you have the top and bottom as 2 separate pieces, and work with those 2. So you can do either or, they'll both work for this activity. So for starters, we're going to play around with basic measuring concepts and how to be able to draw angles close to where they are in approximate angles. A lot of times things are not exact and to scale, but we want to make sure we're close. We don't want to have it where if we draw an angle and it looks like this, that we say that this is a 5-degree angle. That obviously is extremely off and nowhere close to necessarily being a 5-degree angle. So you need to remember that if you have your initial protractor and your 90 degrees, we're going to use the square represents 90 degrees. This is also perpendicular. That is a very important word to remember, is perpendicular. So if this is 90, when you go to kind of sketch out basic angles, say, okay, well, if I divide this in half of 90 is going to be a 45 and a 45. So what that means is that if I want to do a 20-degree angle, then obviously my 20-degree angle should fall somewhere in this realm less than this part here, because anything above here is now going into 45, 50, 55, 60, etc., 70, 80, and 90 degrees is this span here. So if we have our 45, there's a couple ways that you can do. We can actually divide this into thirds, which means 2 lines. 1, 2. So if this is 45, that means this is going to be 15 and this is going to be 30. So again, if I was looking at about 20 degrees, it'd be approximately here. And that's what a 20-degree angle should approximately look like. Again, things are not always going to be to scale, but just in terms of attempting and reference. So if I happen to divide this into thirds, so we would have basically 60 and 75. So that again kind of gives us an idea that said if I wanted to draw an angle about 70 degrees, then it should be something like that. So if we actually drew our angle out, if I said 70, approximately, 70 degrees. That would be a good estimate. If I wanted to say 20 degrees, then I should have something that looks something kind of like this for a 20-degree angle. Again, sometimes with geometry we don't always have the exact to scale, and sometimes we just end up changing this number because of convenience and go, let's pretend it's a 30-degree angle now. But I want to make sure that you do have this reference and how to estimate an angle and get close to something that you're looking for. These will be the most common ones that you'll be dealing with. So kind of imagine cutting in half, 45. If it's above 45, then it should be up here. Below 45 degrees should be down here, and mark it accordingly. So go ahead and practice. Try to estimate on your own where an angle above 45 should be and where an angle below 45 should be, and label it just for your own knowledge and practice.